C250. Customer states I had a lot of noise and then the car shuttered and turned off. So now I find out that around alternator there was a bit of metal around it, so it's very hard to see on camera, but all around there, that's the bearing of the alternator is gone. So how to do the alternator, there's a few ways. Either you can take everything off from the top and everything around here, that's one. Second, you might struggle by just taking the bolts off the belt and just take it out like this, a little bit slide it forward and then take it out. So we see which one is going to be easier and then go from there. I will check the diagram of check the process how to do it. So the belt is out. I didn't go much from all data. So I took off the belt by pushing, that's about here, 17. You have to go upwards and then I put the pin in there to lock it in, so it makes it easier if I want to put it again. So that's done. There's one that might be torque 14 to 14 would be, if I'm not wrong. Yep, 14 to 12 it could be. That's torque there, that's 2 up, 1 down. So I'm gonna try to first take off the power. Power is coming from the side. I'll have to try to take off the power and do that, and then the negative, once I'm done, then it's easier to do there. So the ECU is out. So this one, when I was while checking, it had a thermostat cooling leaking as well. So this is the thermostat. It's underneath the intake manifold and the starter. So I am gonna first do obviously the thermostat, which is on top of it. So it'll be more easier. I wouldn't do it first, but see, that's this one and this one, that's the thermostat line. So when I take off the thermostat, it will be easier for me, the alternator. So there's one T, would be 10 to 12, will be most likely 10, T10. There's about 1, 2 and 3. Then you have to loosen this one, and then you have to take these two off. The issue is held on the rubber mounting, so 1, 2, 3, that's how it's held. This is, that goes on underneath, clips on underneath. You have to just take that 3 clips, and then one is here. This is the ECU small plug, and this is the bigger one. I will take that off, and there's 2 plugs here. I will take this off and then I'll show you. Intercooler is off. Intercooler is off now. So the intercooler is off now. To get to take off the bracket, there's T10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then T12, I believe so. Yep, underneath, just down there, that's T12. That bracket should be off. To be able to take that bolt there, I have to take off 1, 2, 3, 4. The throttle body, you have more of space to put your socket there, and then we'll go take off the intake manifold. So there's one here to hold the breather. That's for evaporation. What's it called? Airlines. So this is the airline. This is for the solenoid. That's just small one that comes under here, just connects just about there on top. See there. So there's the sensors. This one mounts here. Then there's that evaporator sensor that connects there, and the other one, the breather, that hoses connects here. Once you take off, everything is done, then you can just take off the intake manifold. I'm gonna loosen that, try to take it off. There's another hose at the back, breather. I mean the air, similar to this one. Once you loosen it, take it a little bit out, you'll be easier to take it off. That we took off the intake manifold. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there's about 7 T10, and then it will be hard to take off because it's holding the cable, this harness that holds on to it, and then this hose that hooks on the side, and then this one, the PCV line that comes in the way. So you have to try to first take this side out, pull a little bit towards you, and then you can have enough room to be like pull this out. You can do it with the screwdriver. It's not hard to do it with the screwdriver, but I prefer to do it with my hands so I can actually feel what I'm doing. Usually with the screwdriver, you're using too much force and you don't have a control of that. You can damage more than you can do. So that's what I have found out with the screwdriver and the stuff. I do time to time use it, but it depends on the on the situation. I have hurt myself because usually you force so much on the screwdriver that you don't know how much torque you put in. You're actually putting a lot of torque on the screwdriver. The force that you put in, you don't know. I have hurt caught my fingers in between the screwdriver and the head or the block. Most time I done that, and I have learned from my mistakes and the other people's mistake. So there's this, you have to push the solenoid, the breather down, the solenoid, and then the harness can come up here, and then you have more room to take off. The engine was leaking, the valve seal was leaking, the valve seals and the guides, it's leaking badly. So you can see I had put engine conditioner. So we have this chemical that says engine conditioner. It's hands-on, one of the best to clean carbons, and I put it there so once that's done I can use just the outside one cleaner with hands, and the rest of them it will burn while the engine gets started. That will burn with the thing, and it will clean inside the block as well in the chamber. That could clean, it will clean there, and plus clean here. So let's start on the thermostat first. So to do the thermostat, we have to take off the hoses, 2 hoses that's here, and then one just down there. Once that's done, there's another one there for the cooler. We'll take all the hoses and stuff, and then I will show you where's the bolts that holds it, and it's T10 torque bolt, and there's 2 here that mounts the hose here. We have more room while we took off the intake manifold, so it's easier to do the alternator as well. So yeah, once I'm done taking. So the thermostat housing is off. That's there. See how it's damaged there, so it's gone. It's burned off. So there was a hose here that connects there, and then there's about two torque bolts, one on top and one at the bottom. We're not going to put it straight away, clean that up. I will take all the excess this off. That's the rubber and plastic bits in there. I'll a little bit clean and sand it off a little bit. We'll start on the alternator because that's easy there. Once I'm done with it, I will put the new alternator and then I can put the thermostat housing that way. So there's one here and one here. That's 2 bolts that holds it. Already off. I already cleaned where the piece thermostat housing this comes in. Already done. I'm gonna put the starter. Just gonna check the starter. It is exactly the same, no difference. Now from there we should start. So this is the new one and that's the old one. See here, see big jumps. So when I turn it, I can feel a bit tiredness there. This one, or should spin all the way. So if I turn it faster, it doesn't stop by this one. So for example, if I try to turn, it stops. See? I have to push it with my hands to start again. I might open this to show you the bearing. I might show you what happened there, but I'll see if I have the time to do that. Yeah. So the alternator is in, the bolts are tight. Now I'm going to put a thermostat housing. So the thermostat should just go in like this. Just set it out like this. Should go in like this and then voila. So let me put it in and then show you. So the thermostat is in. Put the mount, 2 screws here for the hose that mounts, and then the air hose, and then the other one. Now I have to watch how you don't forget to connect this with the intake manifold. I'm gonna put an intake manifold and then I'll show you where the plug goes in and which plugs are for each something. Just a quick one, so we do change the what is it called, the gaskets. So that's the old gasket. We do change it. That's because once you take off these gaskets, if they are not in properly or it's been leaking oil on it, so you might not seal, so it's better to change. We prefer that. We don't want the customer to come back again, so we prefer that to do. So yeah, I already done it. I'm gonna put the gasket and the intake manifold, and then from there. So the intake manifold is in. Tie all the bolts, plugged in all the wires, but you should connect to the plug. Which plug? So this is the plug I was talking about. So if you accidentally left it in there, that's a knock sensor. So you don't want to forget this. And then all the other sensors, it's all connected in. I'm gonna put the module, the bracket, the the intercooler bracket in, and then I'm gonna put the 12 body, then the ECU. The 12 bodies in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, T25, and then there's one more T25 but small one, and that hooks that bolts onto the intercooler for turbo. So I'm gonna put in the intercooler. That's the one top and the bottom hose for the intercooler. There's two hoses. I'm gonna put that, and then I have to put this through what is it called, the ECU, just about there. So once that's everything done, I'm gonna put the breather for the intercooler, and I'm gonna add coolant in both, and then pressure testing, check for leaks. So everything is back in. Put the alternator, the thermostat valve housing, and the intercooler, the ECU is in. I'm gonna put back the battery, put coolant, pressure tester, and then it should be fine. So the car is all done, started, washed the engine, everything looks fine, scanned there. There's no problem with it. So they're gonna wash it, wash the engine, they're gonna wash the body, and then yeah, that's it. Gonna go get another job what we have. See you on the next one.